Come in. Where have you been? You know I was waiting here, you silly...
Larry, I brought up Mr. Stengel. This is Larry Renault, Mr. Stengel. Larry, this is Joe Stengel.
How do you do, Mrs. Stengel?
Mr. Renault?
Well, this is quite an occasion. The meeting of two celebrities. We should have the newsreel men here.
Yes. Of course, I didn't realize it was a full-dress affair. I just came as I was.
Well, Mr. Renault has got a dinner date with some of his Park Avenue friends. You know, these big picture boys, they're pretty social.
Yes, I've heard. Well, look, Mr. Renault, I haven't got an awful lot of time.
Yeah, Larry, suppose we get down to brass tacks, huh?
All right, my dear fellow. Well, Stengel, you're going to produce this play, eh? And you want me to act in it?
Well,
Larry, this is just getting acquainted. You know, he's just crazy to play the part.
Just a minute. Let's get this thing straight. I understand from Mr. Kane here, but you wanted to know if I'd be willing to portray the beachcomber in this thing.
Wait a minute. Not so fast there.
Now, Larry.
In the first place, if I consent to play this part, and I don't say I will, it'll have to be built up.
Built up? The fellow's got one scene, and to find him dead on the beach. This isn't a play about spiritualism.
Don't forget, I'm Larry Renault.
Larry, for heaven's sake.
Shut up. Now listen, Stengel, I'm a name, and I know it. And so do you. And I'm not going on and play second fiddle to any cheap English ham.
Now, Larry.
8,000 a week, that's what I got. And I was going to get 10 till the talkies came in. So don't think you're doing me a favor by asking me to play in your ratty little show, because I'm doing you one.
Oh, I think maybe we're keeping you from your dinner, Mr. Renault.
Joe, he doesn't mean...
Yes, I do. And just because it's Mr. Joe Stengel that don't mean a thing to me, I'm still good, better than I ever was.
Good night, Mr. Renault.
Now listen to me, old-timer. I'm drunk and I know I'm drunk, but I know what I'm talking about.
For heaven's sake, Mr. Stengel.
It's all right, Mac. I'll see you tomorrow.
I wouldn't be on your rotten show, not Larry Renault. You know why? Because I'm an important artist, and you're nothing but a cheap pushcart producer. Pushcart!
You cockeyed, drunken fool. I bring him up here. I go down on my hands and knees to do it. And you... Well, that's that.
Wait a minute. I got something to say to you, too. Telling them I was crazy to play the part. You got this play away from Bauman and you gave it to Stengel, you double-dealing chiseler. I've been suspicious of you all along. You're in with the managers. You've been taking my money and working for them.
You don't say. I'm working for the managers, huh? Taking your money. Me that you're into for 500 smackers and touches. You think I've been lying to you all the time? All right. You're going to get the truth now. Renault, you're through.
Get out.
I'll get out. And I'll stay out. But get this first. I never worked so hard in my life to put anybody over as I did you. You think I told you all the things that I tried? No, because I couldn't come to you and tell you what they said. I felt too sorry for you.
You were sorry for me?
Vaudeville. Every time I walked into a booking office, they leaned back and they roared. They called me Mac, the grave snatcher. Last night, I sent another telegram to the coast. I knew it was no use. But I sent it anyway. You want to see the answer?
No. No.
Thank you. When we're in the market for bit players, we will let you know.
You're trying to throw a scare into me.
Oh, no. I'm just telling you the truth. You know, you never were an actor. You did have looks, but they're gone now. You don't have to take my word for it. Just look in any mirror. They don't lie. Take a good look. Look at those pouches under your eyes. Look at those creases. You sag like an old woman. Get a load of yourself. Will you start tramping around to the offices looking for a job? Because you know no agent's going to handle you. Sitting in those anterooms hour after hour, giving your name to office boys that never even heard of you. You're through, Renault. You're through in pictures and plays and vaudeville and radio and everything. You're a corpse and you don't know it. Go get yourself buried.
I don't want this junk. They wouldn't give me nothing on it.
Why, it's a silver frame. A buckle solid gold.
All right, you take them. I lugged them to have a pawn shop on 6th Avenue.
Ah, you little liar. I bet you never took them any place.
Say, who you calling a liar? You down-and-out ham?
Oh, you filthy little rat. How dare you talk to me like that?
Okay.
Wait a minute. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. Listen, I gotta have some liquor. I'm sick. Lay it out for me like a good kid. I'll pay you back.
Say, what kind of a sucker do you think I am?
I gotta have it. I got it. I'll pay you back. I'll pay you back tomorrow.
Ah, baloney.
How do you do, Mr. Renault? I've not had the pleasure of meeting you before, though you've been with us for some time. I'm Mr. Fitch, the manager.
Oh.
Mr. Renault, we find ourselves in a very awkward predicament. We've just had a communication from some very old clients of ours, Mr. and Mrs. Sherman Montgomery. They've always occupied this particular suite. You know how people are. They say it's just like home to them. They're coming in tomorrow. Is that right, Mr. Hatfield?
Yes, tomorrow afternoon.
There you are. Under the circumstances, I'm afraid that we shall have to ask you for these rooms.
Oh, well. What other rooms can you give me?
Well, that's just the trouble. You see, we're so terribly full up. The horse show and... Mr. Hatfield, is there any place that we can put Mr. Renault?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Fitch.
It's quite all right. All right. As a matter of fact, I was just about to notify your office I was leaving. Some friends of mine. Private car. Palm Beach. When would you want me to,
Well, there's no hurry. Shall we say noon tomorrow, Mr. Renault?
Oh, certainly.
Thank you very much. So sorry to have inconvenienced you in this way.